Hello, hello. It's day number 5, the 27th of January. So what is this? This is a daily video series to keep myself accountable. Basically, I have some goals that I want to work towards, and I find it a little hard to work towards those goals every single day without something like this. So, uh, during the video series, I'll end up practicing communication skills a little because I'm talking a lot. Speaking of talking a lot, I'll end up talking about random stuff. Uh, and hopefully that will be pretty fun. So current goals, long term, I'd like to get a job. The ideas for end of month things that I could do for moving towards getting a job would be coding a few projects and getting some certifications. So some of the ideas for projects would be productivity stuff for myself. So like a calendar app, simple habit tracker, and then maybe some sort of timer. It would be cool if I could get a timer to basically have window priority, so I guess I can show it. But you can open Task Manager, then in Settings, there's an always on top option, and like I can interact with other windows. And the task manager will always be on top. I think it would be cool to have a simple timer with always on top functionality, but I'm not sure if that's something Windows even allows. So it might just be I have a timer window and then it makes a noise when the timer is up. Um, so by end of week, I wanted to figure out GitHub. Currently, I'm pretty sure GitHub Desktop is the way to go. I figured it out. I previously wasn't using it properly, but it does actually do everything I could possibly want. And then I'd also like to get specifically a Security Plus certification. Um, I did book it for the 29th, and during my review for the certification, it's a bit tougher than I would have expected. One aspect of that difficulty, I suppose, is that one YouTuber I was watching who was reviewing the tests, he said that when you read the multiple choice question, you want to figure out the answer first because the answers will try to confuse you. So, for example, one question might say, in X scenario, what is most likely or what is probable? And most of the answers will be technically true in some manner. Say, for example, I'm putting myself on the spot because I didn't have an example. But let's say uh, it's asking about fishing. What should you do? Actually, I don't know how I would generate that question. Let's say there's a, a report that an account got accessed from another IP address. One of the answers would be uh, something along the lines of, don't worry about it because it could just be um, him logging in on vacation or something like that. That's actually a bad example. But like basically the idea is that a lot of the multiple choice questions will have multiple answers that are correct, just in varying amounts of correctness. And you want to figure out the best one. So it's kind of more exhausting than most multiple choice exams. And then there is also the random crap, to be honest. Like, I'm pretty sure they expect you to know uh, port numbers for Security Plus, um, which is really annoying. It's literally just memorizing numbers, and it's just flashcards, and it won't truly help you on the career, like get a career. No one's gonna ask you what port 22 is, although like you would naturally just pick these up. If you asked me what port uh, 20, 21, and 22 are, I would know. I think 88 is Kerberos, and stuff like that, and I know a few of these, but like you would naturally pick that knowledge up. It wouldn't help you get a job. However, and then as far as end of day stuff goes, it's kind of late in the day already. I procrastinated a little bit on making this video, but definitely not too late to make it a productive day. So I forgot to finish typing the sentence, but what I wanted to say instead of look for some practice, I wanted to say look for some follow-along projects to do maybe probably tomorrow or later or something. And then I mostly want to study more. Like I said, the Security Plus exam seems a bit scarier than I thought it would have been, and I should probably be spending most of my time there because I guess that's where I'm most risk averse. Because if I fail the exam, then I have to take the L or find another way or buy another voucher, and they're dummy expensive. So I also wanted to talk about how you make goals. And one thing I kind of like to do, this is my first time really sitting down and doing it, is basically when you want to identify how to make something good, it's sometimes easier to identify how to make it really, really bad and then just invert those bullet points. So, for example, how do you make bad goals? You want them to be vague and unclear. Oh god, oh god. So, how do you make good goals? You could then talk about how you make good goals down here. And since we have vague and unclear, we want clear. So, for example, a bad goal would be like, get better at something. Uh, I guess coding, right? But clear would be, um, learn, create a project about or using a new tech stack or something like that. And a lot of times these vague and unclear goals will naturally just inform this, but it should definitely be that you have clear goals. Another thing that is bad about goals, unreasonable. Don't reach for the stars and then get burnt out because you've reached for the stars. Uh, it's kind of like in I guess JRPGs like is a good example. You start out fighting some rats or something, and then you fight God later in the game, usually as the final boss. So if you are reaching for the stars, you have to work up to reaching for the stars. Um, I guess this is something I did want to do. Spend 30 minutes. This is like a format that I want to start using effectively. So, um, become God, I guess. Yeah, these examples are kind of bad. However, I think it's interesting to. Surely it's productive in some manner. I don't know. So spend 30 minutes to an hour coding. Oh wait, actually, this would be a better way to word it. Become the #1 coder on the planet. This is also incredibly vague as well. So that's a pretty strong bad goal, I guess. At least as far as categories go today. Um, and then unclear, unreasonable. Uh, you want to be able to learn from. I guess that's about it. I'm sure I'm missing something, but I'm kind of stupid to be honest with you. Uh, hmm. Vague and unclear, unreasonable, and then probably just overly difficult. Let's look at flow chart, anxiety, boredom. Ideally, the difficulty is somewhere that meets your level of challenge and skill. Hence, um, becoming God would be too much of a challenge if you don't have the skill for it. So it would be somewhere on this line. Oh, that's interesting. That one has a few more vectors, I suppose. But yeah, uh, the right difficulty. blah blah blah. Alright, so yeah, kind of sloppy slide, but I wanted to do some live think tanking, I guess. What's going on here? Oh god, Google please. Yeah, some live thinking. How did that work? Alright, but anyways, um yeah, you can apply this principle to a lot of things, I think. Uh yeah, you definitely could. Unfortunately, my brain isn't working. So yeah, especially if you definitely give it more time as well. I think I gave myself like sub 3 minutes, and I was also talking the whole time, which probably is draining most of my brain power. But yeah, so some other stuff I want to work on. This is pretty vague. I'm pretty locked in for fitness. Probably want to increase my volume on Spanish. Probably also increase volume for fitness. Reading stuff. I just have to start reading stuff. I think I just need like a watering hole for reading, like somewhere I go in the morning and I just sit down and yeah, I think I have an idea for a watering hole, I guess. And then um, I'd also like to put more effort into these videos, but we'll get there. To be honest, I'm day number 5, and the videos are more of a waste product to my journey to becoming better. So I don't want to spend too much time trying to polish the waste product, I guess. But we'll get there. And then, how was yesterday? I ended up not doing the GitHub thing. I just forgot. I spent a good amount of time, probably not a good amount of time, on Security Plus stuff. But I spent a decent amount of time. I could have spent more, could have spent less. I always say that. I should probably get out of the habit of saying that. Yeah, could have spent more time. I should have spent more time, is what I should say. Um, but overall, it was good. I think I learned a good bit. Found some good resources on a few things. I mentioned like a honey token a few days ago. Might have been yesterday. Um, I got polished up on stuff like that, as well as raid levels. Although I do need to re-review raid levels, because I've already forgotten them, to be honest. And I did get a 4 to 6 on my Wordle, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, basically, if you get 3 to 4 on Wordle consistently, you're good. It's definitely possible to get consistently 3, maybe. Actually, I can't say that. Anyways, don't subscribe. I'm heading out. I've got stuff to do. Farewell.